And then we are back after a little hiatus. We're gonna run the season 5. I got our ordering officers dealing with some uninvited guests. So this has been a while. Let's do some introductions of our characters. Let us start with Draven.
Draven. Level.
Cool. What tells about the owl?
Owl.
Cool. All right. We go from Draven to Roderick. Been a little bit.
Roderick is trying to remember himself, but Roderick is a halfling wizard who is very interested in studying these giants and taking them down.
Oh, very, very cool. Then we will go to Isna.
Hi, I'm Isna. So my parents are like totally famous adventurers, and both my moms sent me out into the adventuring world with this really cool stuff. And then I'm a Sagittarius, by the way. And by the way, you guys, right now, both the Sun and Mercury are in Scorpio. It is a really good time to change practices and let go of things. And these are my tree friends. This is Birchflower and this is Cedarlock. And I awakened them and they hang out with us and protect us and stuff. And we're just going out to meet new friends. It's great.
All right, very cool. Now we go from Isna to Mario.
It's me, Mario.
Mario is a hill dwarf giant barbarian. He is also a plumber from the Artisans Guild, and he's out to kick some giant butt by fighting giant power with giant power.
Awesome. And then we have, last but of course not never least in the slightest, the very glorious Karatos.
Yes. Well, Karatos is, of course, the Horned One's champion, wielding her glaive of destruction for the Horned One's preferences. Mechanically, a 4th level Paladin of the Glory. Hopefully that came through.
Did. And then actually how we're going to start ourselves, you guys are still in Parnas after some events going on. The last time you guys went to a old wizard tower, dealt with some ogres and a hag, and then went in, dealt with some traps, and got some needed information to find out about this bad fool that's been causing so many issues for the town of Parnas. But you guys come back as a cool breeze blows in from the mountains to the west and whistles through the needles of the trees. A stark difference from the hot sands of the Aranok Desert, which you came from. This place would be easy to adjust to, you'd think. Looking around the square, you take in the entire village in a single glance. And there's actually a few different places you guys can some place you guys can kind of visit while you are here in town, just kind of looking around. Some of the people there have taking a kind of a liking to you all. Just helping out a little bit on the way there, and again, I guess that much needed information from Singh, one of the Lord of the Lions benefactors. But as it's actually a good time for your characters. If there's anything you wanted to try to pick up on the way or consumables because the one thing you guys heard of is that the local alchemist, an elderly human named Cyrus, is trying to he's having a sale because he's hoping that he can make enough from this last batch, and then he's going to move away. Maybe tries to get to either Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep. Pretty much just enough to get away. Since his wife has passed away, and she was the herbalist, he's just the spouse that's trying to finish up selling out the rest of the shop. So shared. There are some interesting things. Not only there is something called the wake up sauce that Silas says that he made it himself. It's supposed to if you had a rough night drinking, you drink Silas's wake up sauce and you'll be right as rain. But
I'll take some wake up sauce. And what's this unknown blue liquid?
He says yes. He'll say that when he said his wife, the apothecary, used to pick these special flowers and made some kind of liquid from it. That he to be honest, he tended to other duties, so he didn't really see what it was used for. But hey, it's not a that there, although there's little poison stuff to do with pests, that she's never concocted anything dangerous to imbibe. So so just why not try to it's probably very beneficial knowing how great of an apothecary she was. It says, what? It just, the sum his wife did, and, she would want, I think, 20 gold pieces each was the price for it. Expensive, but, surely be helpful for, great adventurers such as yourselves.
What exactly is it going to do?
I don't know, but it won't be a really bad thing, and my wife is a really good herbalist, so sure, I'm sure if you're ever in need or anything, you should be a boon.
I will buy, the blue things and the wake up sauce for the group. I don't mind spraying for things.
Says, oh yes, thank you, and look, I'll also mention, look, that's got some lavender dye if you ever want to for his clothes, or a bath oil. Can't go wrong with bath oil.
Someone do the math. Yeah, I'll get the lavender dye and I'll get all your bath oil too. That sounds great.
Oh, great! So thankful.
So let me see. That's 40 gold for 2 unknown blue, and then plus another 10 is 50 for the wake up sauce. Plus another 5 for all the bath oil. Plus
Yes.
another 1.
Yes.
How much gold is that?
5. So I think 55 gold pieces so far.
I think it's 56 with the lavender.
With the dye.
dye.
With the dye, yeah. Forgot about the dye.
Okay. I'll pay him 56 gold.
Oh, yeah, that would be very thankful.
Actually, so 1 platinum is 10 gold, right?
Yes.
I will give him 6 platinum. Sorry, I only have platinum. Can you make change?
He'll sure, and he'll try to he'll give you it in a mixture of electrum, silver, and some copper.
And I will take all of that and I will just sheepishly like hand it to Roderick and be like, here you go.
Thank you. Where'd you get all this money?
Oh, my moms are like super famous adventurers.
And as you guys are, you see like one of the children will come out and tell you, oh, and say, oh, Ragnar Redtooth wants you to come to his bar, the Golden Tankard. And say, please hope you come along soon. And then the kid will just kind of.
The Tinker, that's the drinking place, right?
Yep.
Mars going there.
Yep. The tankard, the Golden Tankard. I think I had a meal there before, but pretty much the center of the town. Well, I mean, it's also the only tavern in town. But hey, as you guys enter, the conversation dampens slightly, and heads turn your way. See this large burly man with prominent sideburns and dark hair is making the rounds and notices as you enter. Welcome, friends, welcome. I am Ragnar. Come in and make yourselves comfortable. As she kind of ushers you all in and sits you at a prominently placed table near the hearth. This is my daughter, Espeth. As you see this young woman politely curtsy and will come out with some goblets with some, as you smell, some very a stout brew. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you guys came." And says, "Oh, let me get you like a meal and as well. I got the last a little bit of some cheese and some berries and meats, but hopefully I'll should get something. I'll get something soon, resupplied soon." But as while Ragnar and you see a young boy that kind of greeted you earlier, he's in the kitchen, getting out the food for you, as well as they're coming out getting some soup as more people are coming in. It looks like though is everything is the bar starting to kind of fill up. But as Ragnar is yelling orders for the young kid, for the food people coming in, Elizabeth begins to bring your dinner. And then for other people, is serving stuff like rotisserie scroll with potatoes, greens, and bread. And the pitiful animals bear little meat and look as though they are still attempting to escape their fate. Ragnar returns, well, trust those mugs are treating you kindly. The road can be an unwelcome companion without a proper pint and a fun place to enjoy it. So, well, I suppose I'll not waste any more time. Ragnar kind of sit with all of you. I'll just let you know that, I'm planning a feast in this town. squared it to celebrate the arrival of the statue you all brought. I tried to get some hunters to go earlier. I believe he had some business with that little dragon, but they have come up short. So I was hoping you all can complete what some of our local couldn't be able to do. And this feast, hopefully I can help you with. This would definitely improve the morale in town. And
You want us to go hunting?
yes,
Not for badgers, I hope.
no, the badgers are a little better than squirrels, but no, I was hoping just for like a solid game because I'm hoping I get enough from you guys. Not only can I save some and help, keep this town well fed, but also just having a nice feast and cycle feast that gets the morale up for the people here. We've been dealing with so much already, especially with this bad fool coming in. So I'm hoping with you all help with the feast, that can help brighten the spirits of the townsfolk.
Okay.
Says yes, I will certainly. As soon as I get a shipment in, I should have enough afterwards to help scrounge up a proper reward.
Isna, are you gonna be okay if you have to kill some animals?
Say that again.
I asked Isna if she'll be okay if we have to kill some animals.
It's not vegan, so like I might sit this one out, but you guys go ahead.
Okay. But he'll also say, well, maybe I'm sure, maybe not hunting the meat. Hopefully there are some wonderful herbs and things to pick to also add to the feast.
Yeah, I will follow along and help forage.
He says, yes. Well, great. So the local area around here we couldn't find any, but there is I've heard some sightings about a little bit farther away, the Weathercoat Wood. I've heard from some of the hunters that there are some sightings of some big game there, as well as hopefully there that if the Amazon foraging there might be some valuable greens and berries and mushrooms to pick from there too. Now, I will say, let you know, again, there's a reason why our local hunters didn't want to go venture, is there are old stories of folks not returning from this wood, but I'm sure it's just I'm sure it's just hogwash.
And what makes you certain?
Well, even myself as a lad, I went out into this wood, and I came back. Again, and we have travelers that come and go that surely, pass through this wood. So I have yet to actually hear of anyone while I've been town disappearing in that area.
So because it was this way in the past, it's always going.
Well, I mean, more than I'm sure if you get taken, it'll be by either this bad fool or other hordes there. Nothing nothing of grave danger there. No sightings. I'm sure there's no undead or some kind of fiendish thing in these woods. And give an insight check. You guys like? Okay. But yeah, the Draven, if you want to do an insight check, or I don't know if you did the check and had issues, or sure. Not sure. Just for some reason, though, those his giant like sideburn, his mutton chops is very distracting. But he will say, you know what, I can give you guys a 25 gold pieces up front, just to know that I'm not wasting your guys' time. And let's see, and he gives it 25 gold pieces total, not each.
Works for me.
But he'll say, but yeah, since you're all going, I'm hoping, it's like I'm not sure how to get there, but by the weather code would, he'll call out to, he's like, Wallace, Wallace, yeah, and he'll bring this kind of like teenager, come with you and says, Wallace, yeah, I know you're good with the bow, you're as good as your dad is with the bow. I'm hoping you can help this folk reach the Weathercoat woods. And the kid will agree, and he will just sort of just kind of wave you all and says, "All right, well, hope to hear good things from you soon. Since you're going, let me get the rest of this feast going." So, and as you all are going, it's kind of a long trek. It's about the directions you get. It leaves you about half a day's travel from Parnast to get to this Weathercoat wood. But as you all entering the wood, the age of the trees is overwhelmingly apparent. The burrows begin high overhead, and the ground is covered with a carpet of green and purple mosses. There is very little undergrowth. A beautiful blue mist hangs heavy in the air. Occasionally, the branches yield to allow streams of sunlight to reach the floor, creating a dramatic display. Birds and butterflies flutter about, and there is plenty of small forest creatures. But as you guys travel, why don't you guys go ahead and give me a nature check? And I would say for Isna, you get advantage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Okay. So, All right. Draven Isna. Draven. There's something different about this area of the woods. You can't put your finger on it, but there's definitely something different about this area than the forest you guys were coming from as you left Parnast. Isna, and for Roderick, I'll consider, even though it's perception, I'll consider that roll, the 20, as a success as well. So you guys get a distinct feeling looking around that there might be a Fey crossing, maybe somewhere near this wood. And so, and as you're actually going about this kind of forest, the good news for Draven is that a few sunbeams break through the canopy. So it's not this area is not considered like a bright light. And you're definitely smelling food-smelling flowers, and flowers fill the air. So as you're all trekking about 4 hours of trekking into this wood, you begin to feel the effects of this journey. The air seems to be getting thinner, and you're breathing more difficult. The feeling was faint at first, but suddenly it strikes you all at once. It's now much harder to breathe, and any action takes extra effort. Okay. And with that, I'd like everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw against the poison.
Advantage.
Hmm.
Dwarf.
Oh no.
How's
Roderick, you look how I feel.
All right. Unfortunately, to the DC 10 check, as you make it, you're fine. However, for Isna and Roderick, you get a level of exhaustion.
Oh no.
But
Remind us what the blue stuff did again?
well, funny you mentioned the blue stuff. The blue mist. It does look kind of similar to what's in the blue liquid.
I'm gonna hand some blue liquid to Roderick. Do you want to try it?
I'll give it a try. How much do we have?
Only one bottle.
I thought it said we bought 2.
Oh, there were 2 bottles. Yeah, I'm thinking. Am I thinking of the wake up sauce?
Yeah, there's only one wake up sauce.
I will try. Should I drink it?
Yeah, we can go at the same time.
Right. I will drink it.
Okay.
And as Roderick drinks it, I will drink mine.
Okay. You get 5 levels of exhaustion. Kidding. No, actually, you drink it, and the exhaustion goes away.
I feel so much better. But we don't have any more of that stuff. Do we want to continue?
For everyone else, it take after spending time to it, you're able to your guys are able to adjust to the air. At least for a time. But funny enough, go ahead and for the do the trees need to breathe? That's actually important. For Cedar Lock and
No, they're considered plants, so they would photosynthesize.
There's a interesting rider to it that might not apply to the trees. So I didn't know if they had that immunity period of being able to, if they don't need to breathe.
They're not immune to anything.
Okay. So yes, they would have to roll a con saving throw.
Okay, we'll do an alphabetical order off one sheet.
Sure.
Birch Flower gets 12.
Good.
Cedar Lock gets 18.
They're good. Oh, and then for the commoner, Wallace is with you guys. Oh no, he's not.
No.
He's not doing well, but he just gets a little sick. But he'll just say he'll be okay, you know. And we just keep going to just get the, you know, get the hunt, and then the sooner we're out of the wood, the better.
I'm gonna have one of the trees carry Wallace.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys go ahead and give me a survival check. You guys can pick or.
I'm really good at surviving, and I will guide myself.
Okay. All right, solid.
I learned so much from hiking and all of the national parks and stuff that were around where I grew up. And both my moms taught me things. One of my moms was a ranger, you guys.
Oh. And Firbolg, are they considered fae?
No, they're giant.
Oh, okay.
But I do speak Sylvan.
No, sure, no.
That's how I talk to my trees.
Sure. So,
Well, and one of my moms was an elf, but I'm not biologically her daughter.
yeah, sure, of course.
But they're still both my moms. But I'm Firbolg, like my mom, Tamrin.
Oh, wrong one. Okay. Yep. That's my fault. Okay. So, about 40 feet ahead of you guys, you do see a stag. As you get closing. However, since you guys are just kind of walking, up and down, and Cedar Lock, and between just the group of you, it's hard to not make your presence known to this forest. So, as you guys you can kind of see it, and as you before you even start to get ready, you hear this voice come from kind of behind you guys, and you just the squeaky voice calls you and say how are you able to get trees to walk amongst you? And as you turn around, kind of first you don't hear the voice, you don't see who's talking to you, and then just above 15 feet in the air, becoming visible, you see a sort of regal looking sprite.
Oh, I'm Isna, and I'm like super in touch with nature. So one of my moms was a ranger, and then my other mom was a nature clerk. And then, like, also I'm a druid, so I have the powers of the land and then the stars. So these trees are my friends. And then I also have a magic staff that helps me to communicate with them.
Okay.
And definitely doesn't force them to be my friend for 30 days at all. They would be my friend no matter what.
And you see the pixie ask each of the trees in Sylvan if what she rings is true. And yeah, trees don't communicate. Do they talk? I can't think of it. The awakened trees?
Yeah, they're the awakened trees, so they can talk, but they only speak Sylvan.
Okay. Well then, yeah, they will reply in Sylvan that you are a friend. And speaking of which, I will say, being in the regal bearing, you know that for this must be some kind of a part of a fake court. So you do know that taught from your moms that there are courtly niceties. And so anytime you speak to royalty, there's a diplomatic protocol. Essentially, someone has to be the spokesperson for your group, and they need to introduce themselves and ask for permission. And that he needs to be talk to royalty. You have to speak to them using their title and name. So that you know, as you're kind of looking at his bearing, that he must be some part of some sort of court.
So wait, someone has to be the spokesperson, which I think is going to be me because no one else speaks Sylvan, right?
No, it's he speaking to you in common and then Sylvan. So you know that generally for courts, it doesn't have to be Sylvan.
Oh, then I'll be like, he needs one of us to be like a spokesperson. Who wants to talk for the group? I look at my homegirl Karatos. You're so charismatic and wonderful.
Totally. I can discuss the Horned One's will with this small creature.
Make sure you call them by like their name and their title. I guess we should ask. Well, you should ask because you're the spokesperson.
I should ask how to address this one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, smaller creature. I am Karatos, champion of the Horned One. How should I address you?
Yeah, let's see. Let's do a check. He will nod and say, "Well, yes. You shall know me as Prince Thornicus." And then I will type that in chat, or Thornacius. That's it, Prince Thornacius.
Ah, well, Prince Thornacius. We humbly request permission in order to achieve the glory of the hunt by moving through these woods in order to sustainably harvest both forage as well as a great beast in order to satiate the village of Parnast.
All right, sweet. So the DC will be lowered for this. Go ahead and roll me persuasion with advantage. Okay. Yep. It says, well, I was like, yeah, there are two terms I wish for us to, as we parlay. I would like you all to leave. I can definitely help you find a more fruitful hunting grounds for you all, but I will ask two terms. The first is I would like you all to leave Weathercoat without delay, and to slay nothing within the borders unless unless I expressly wish it. And if you agree to these terms, I shall not only let you know where to find more fruitful hunting grounds. I will call on my guide Blasios to not only guide you there, but as well as give you all an antidote for the mists here are a nuisance for those not used to this space. But with with this antidotes, you should be able to travel through Weathercoat without any further issues. Do you accept?
Yes, Prince Stornatius, we accept those terms and will respect your humble request.
And we'll bow and we'll say, I do. I am so glad that you are also so easy to speak with on this matter. In fact, I would like to issue a challenge. As I have befriended you, I would like you all to befriend a giant. If you will do this, I shall bestow upon I shall bestow upon you a heart sight, and you shall all be known as Adonis, or the Peacekeeper, which will give all the proper adherents to the Fey Court the respect that you are due. If you can complete this challenge for me.
So, to make sure I'm understanding, you wish for us to befriend any giant?
Yes, just as I have, just in the same way that I have befriended you. You can befriend a giant. Yes. Come back and tell me of the tale, and I shall, after hearing such, I shall grant you the title of Adonis.
So, Karatos, ask him, like, some of us are part giant. Ask him if that would count.
Karatos will explain how she has actually trained with a number of giants and will show off many of the techniques that she was taught in order to learn the keenness of the stone giants.
Yeah, but also like I'm like of giant blood and stuff too. Don't forget that.
Oh yes, because you are a Firbolg, right?
All the blogging.
Yes, there are a number of ours are giant kin, as well as I believe that even our own Mario walks the path of the giant.
Usually kick giant butt though.
Well, hopefully that'll help you with these endeavors, but no, that does not count. I would ask that on your travels from here on in, if you encounter the next giant you encounter and befriend them, then I that will count.
We'll see. Not very good at the diplomacy with giants part. Or diplomacy in general.
You
Well,
can just like stand in the back and yeah.
Well, we will do our best.
well, I would expect nothing less from a proper Adonis to always try their best.
Isn't an Adonis a male, or is that?
It could be. It just the time. Well, granted, this was 2000, a couple years ago when they did this. It's a. I'll type out in chat what it's like Adonis.
Unless it's spelled differently, Adonis is a character from Greek mythology who was the mortal lover of the goddess Aphrodite and Persephone and was famous for having achieved mortality and being hot AF.
Well, I guess AKA Peacekeeper. Yeah, hold on. That's. But either way, yes.
That's spelled differently. The two S's.
Okay.
Oh yes, that is definitely spelled differently.
But yeah, and interesting enough, as you all agreed to it, then kind of popping out of the wood, within a given time, you'll see this a satyr named Blesios, and he will tell you all sorts of things. He loves to talk, and we'll just talk about having a good time, having drinks, relaxing. And we'll kind of start asking the questions of why you guys are doing this. Is this some if you're hunting? Is there some kind of party going on? Because he would love to go.
The prince would?
The Blesios, the satyr guide.
Oh, I get it. He gave us a different guide.
Yeah, he gave you a different guy. The Prince Thornatius will sort of bid you all farewell, and then will kind of go back into the go back. And then, funny enough, like yourselves, you see these other trees. Other trees will awaken, kind of greet you all, and then they will go deeper into the woods. But yeah, kind of. Yeah, I probably get the feeling, Isna, that because you also are traveling with awakened trees, it's sort of you sort of piqued Prince Thornatius' interest. But yep, Prince Thornatius, as he leaves, Blasios will sort of take over for you all and just kind of easily guides you through the wood as you kind of tugging your ear off. You guys find yourselves, whether it's probably part of the court, so you probably no secret way, but you're definitely leave the Weathercoat Wood pretty quickly, like a shortcut or something. That Blastios knew that would guide you, and will lead you to what he will describe as the lonely moor. The moor is like the south of the Black Road. Getting close to where you dealt with those bugbears and hobgoblins as well. So getting close to that area, but you're going like a little farther south. So, but the moor, like any kind of like anything, it's a swamp. It's got boggy pools and will let you know to try to avoid these boggy pools as much as you can, because a lot of those are have quicksand. So if you get trapped, well, there's many tales of folks that fell beneath the quicksand. And after a guide, go ahead and give me a group stealth check.
Nothing will go wrong with this.
Bothering.
Oh yeah, pass without a trace. I can do it unlimited. If we're stealthing, then we're passing.
Yeah. Okay, so our lowest so far is 16. No, 12.
12 in the tree. They're trees, it's hard to sneak.
All right. So after that, will lead you up north to a clearing. And what's special about this clearing is the strange noises hidden. And although the fog is hard to see, you hear the sniffs and snorts of some type of beast. As we actually go to the right map and yes.
We can kill these ones. We're out of the mist.
Yes, you're out of the mist. See these giant boars. But yeah. So
these ones are totally sustainably farmed.
Yes.
Sustainably raised. We're keeping population control.
Yeah, because these are like 3 giant boars. Like they're just gonna eat this whole area. Just it needs to be. This population needs to be chopped down a little bit.
They'd introduce wolves, but they kill the local pet.
Give me a second. I forgot how to roll initiative.
All right.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Just keep one of those and have both the trees act on it.
Sure.
The thing like froze and wouldn't do anything.
Okay. Let me...
Is there a baby boar amongst the boars?
Well, it's a Well, it's not a baby boar. It's a regular size boar, actually. Like they just were like, oh, okay, that's. Oh my gosh, the other ones are huge. All right, I'll just do Oh, area birch flower. Okay. Okay. All right. I will say this is a surprise round, so because you guys are able to sneak up without an issue. Surprised. Oh, yeah, surprised. Draven.
Like we're having pork tonight. I will steady aim for.
Okay.
I now have elven accuracy advantage.
Okay. It does.
For damage 4.
Okay, it's very hurt, but
And I will have my raven flavored owl Dark Magneto pinned.
okay, cool. Karatos.
All right. Karatos is going to move forward. She'll go to there and will sweep down at the normal sized boar.
Okay.
Missing
Okay.
horribly. Unless we were coming out of sneaky cover for some reason.
They were. Well, they were. It is a surprise round for them, but they're
Well,
no
right.
longer.
So I guess we were like undercover and then moving up and then we break cover. That's why they were super advantage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess an 18 will hit a boar.
Yes.
For 13 slashing.
Okay. And. All right.
And then we will finish by moving a little bit closer to this one with the last 5 feet, end of turn.
Okay. All right, Isna, were you gonna wait this out then, since it's?
I am gonna spend my turn going over here to these bushes
Mhm.
and foraging for food that will go with these.
Sure.
And then birch flower and cedar luck and I are just on standby in case it looks like anyone's getting hurt.
Sure. Okay. Then go ahead and that's gonna be your. I will say you can definitely start, where the boars left and other animals. There's a good thing of mushrooms that you can definitely grab.
I will forage mushrooms. That sounds great.
Okay, the giant boar that surprised Mario.
All right, I'm gonna move up to there and take a swing at that one.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Bonus action rage.
I think that'll hit. Yes, that'll hit.
Okay. 9 damage. Oh, wait a
Okay.
minute. Do I have the thing? I do have the thing. Bonus action.
Did you say you rage
Um,
or?
Yeah, that's right. Never mind. That's it.
Okay. Wait, are you're gonna get giant, right?
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. All right.
That worked.
Okay. And then Roderick.
Okay, Roderick will. If Roderick will shatter the 2 in the back.
Okay.
Drop
All
a
right.
thunder on them, and that will end my turn.
Okay. Well. All right. And as Birchflower and Seedflower there, the start of the turn. Well, and right before the boar is ready to strike, you will see arrows kind of whiz by Mario and Karatos as coming out from the wood you bought a pair of gnolls. And they come with very ill-tempered but very aggressive. They seem very upset that you guys are, going after creatures that obviously, they were hunting them first. So oh no, they did. But the giant boar is not doing well, and it's kind of focused on, well, what looks like be the biggest thing, which is Mario. And was Mario reckless?
Always reckless.
Okay. Alright, so alright, so gonna hit you with a tusk. Mario 19 for 8 slashing.
Alright.
And can't really move around, but Draven.
Like that one's still up.
Yes.
Raven does
$20, yes. Oh, all right. And no, it is pork chops are on full slab of pork chops on the menu now.
so Draven's will spin on.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Karatos.
Karatos moves forward to there, and I have no idea how I missed that. Yep, there's no way I can get to the Gnolls without dashing. And you know what? We're going to do it. Because they are a bigger threat than the boar. So we'll let this boar have a opportunity attack as I run forward a little bit more.
Will miss.
And we will get to there. And the top one is going to get the horns. Because I dashed as a bonus action.
Yeah, 11. Ooh, solid hit. Well, the top one did not like that at all. Anything else?
Nope. That is going to be the 11 points of horny damage, and Karatos is dashed at a turn.
All right, that hunter to south of you that takes great offense that you would do that, and will not only go in two-handed to stab you. Nope. Will also reach out and bite you. Even worse. Wow. Okay. Isna, hey, look, they're new combatants.
There are things I can fight.
Mhm.
Oh no, I didn't plan appropriately. Sorry. How far away are they right now? I'm just checking range on.
I think like 80, 90.
Okay, I'm gonna move 30 feet towards them.
Okay.
But also trying to stay away from the boars.
Sure.
What's the measure tool now?
Should be the. There you go. Oh, 60. Oh, okay.
60? Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna guiding bolt that gnoll.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going back and forth between two sheets, which is dumb.
Sure.
And actually, both of these are on this sheet, so.
18.
And then I'm gonna take my action to turn into my star form. I swear I've played. Yes. No.
The bonus action, I thought, was it?
Bonus action.
Okay, then as a bonus action, I turn into the archer, and then on activation, I can shoot that same gnoll.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Using my own advantage, but 25 radiant damage.
And how does this one go?
I say, hey, don't bother my friend. They're just trying to feed people. You guys are so mean. That's it.
All right, well, giant boar. Well, it's fighting. Okay. Let me check its speed. Oh yeah, there's plenty of speed. That's why this one's gonna charge at Mario, and with advantage, try to get you with the tusk. But 14 is not gonna do it. That's a shame. Okay, and on that, it'll be Mario's turn.
All right. Well, I got a tusk in my face, so I'm gonna tusk back. One Reckless, 12 damage, and
Yes.
then second attack for 9 more.
Very hurt, but still there.
Is this like some bush I can't stand in?
Is there a bush you can't stand in?
Like that one in the middle there.
Oh, this would be a tree. So
I'm gonna stand next to it then, right?
yeah,
There.
you can stand next to it. Yeah. Yeah, it works.
Enter.
All right. The Gnoll that's Karatos will try to stab you with the spear two-handed. Karatos. Crit. Okay. Yeah. Right. So 10 points of damage. And then it'll reach out for a bite. Not advantage, but 10 points. And then Roderick.
Roderick will send a second level magic missile at the Gnoll.
Okay.
Not the best magic missile, but 10 points of damage.
Oh, so close.
That is the end.
Alrighty. Alright. This boar will. Nope, not. This boar is gonna back up a little bit and charge at Karatos. With the tusk, 21 for 14 slashing, and since the boar was charging, I'm gonna throw additional dice to that. Additional 7 points. And give me a strength saving throw. Alright, you are not knocked prone. Yeah, that's its turn, and, well, the trees.
Trees are super slow, but they're gonna lumber over around me to make sure I'm protected from the board.
Okay. Alright, top. Remove them.
Dash, but yeah.
Cool. And we'll go top of the round. Draven.
Looks like no one's attacked this. It still have advantage.
Yeah, it got shattered. So
Say again?
it got shattered from the spell.
Oh, but there was no attack again.
Yeah, no. Hit. Okay.
16 damage to the boar.
Alright.
I'm going to activate Psychic Soul. Boars killed in the past. Fine. Two damage
Funny enough,
on the Gnoll.
the Gnoll didn't have much and just drops.
Raven will smile smugly up here and bonus action hide behind the tree.
Sounds good.
End turn.
Karatos.
Well, Karatos, seeing that her arch enemies are fallen, will turn her attention to this boar, heedless of all the flesh wounds that she has taken.
Oh, could I have had my raven flavored owl doom crawler
Sure.
and it?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
As Karatos stalks around, as the raven flavored owl leaves the area, she swipes with her giant glaive.
Hit.
How is this boar looking?
Well, before it got hit, it was bloodied. Before this attack.
It does not identify as a fiend or undead, correct?
Nope. That's correct.
We will smote the ruin for 33 points of radiant and slashing damage.
Oh, dang it, I keep forgetting. It's 10 damage or oh no, that doesn't apply because it did more than 10 damage.
Then she moves one more square and end of turn.
Okay. Okay, so no, it would overkill. We'll take out the 4. Okay, cool. And Isna.
Okay, there's still a Gnoll over there.
Oh no, they're
No,
all dead.
no, they're
all dead.
I'm gonna dodge.
Sounds good.
Does any of my friends look hurt at all?
Karatos is not is hurt.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Karatos. I apparently have been really doing a horrible job at packing healing spells. So I hit Karatos with Healing Word, but I will upcast it to 2nd level.
Okay.
It was glorious getting damage this much, and many thanks.
Of course. And that was a bonus action, so I still will use my action to dodge.
Sounds good. The giant 4 will turn to Mario and will try to hit you with the tusks. I'm not going to charge, but hey, that's going to hit for 14 slashing. And that's his turn. And then Mario, it's your rebuttal.
7 slash. And I don't think an 8 hit.
Yes. And funny enough, this is where it actually come off since it was 10 damage or less. So you think it drops it, but it doesn't. It's hanging on.
Right, and turn.
Roderick.
Roderick will send a firebolt at the same one. And hope for the best.
All right, that is a hit, and yes, that is enough to finally finish off this giant boar. And there is rejoicing.
Woohoo.
For not only were you guys able to get definitely some needed meat and extra, well, hey, dealt with some gnolls.
Got some mushrooms too.
Oh yes, and you find definitely some mushrooms and other foraging for this feast.
Mario's got his magic mushroom.
All right, so your characters can get a short rest. I'll say part of that short rest.
I'll be right back. I gotta take my dog outside.
Sure. There is the gold. The Gnolls did carry about definitely some gold. But a short rest later, you guys are able to arrive with your kills. It'll take some time as you come back to Parnas. Blessios, the Satyr guide, actually will accompany you, tell you guys some tales, and very happy that you guys did so well in Bridgetown. And before long, most of the village is out in the square, and they are cheering for you guys. A lot of them will come to you and express their gratitude. And then they even sort of give thanks to Wallace, who came with you guys. Didn't necessarily help, with actual fighting, but hey, you guys had it in hand. But was very grateful for you guys. They're even calling Wallace the pursuer of Parnas. And as you guys arrive, not only their village square, they've sort of taken out some tables and banners, got some seats, and as they will start to get the animals, ready, they will Ragnar will give you all a hearty thanks for able to easily do this. Not that he will the next day he will have your reward, and is very thankful for you guys doing such a great easy job of getting that more than they ever bargained for. They were hoping just even a stag, but to get these giant boars. So all right, so as I will bring you to this to the festivities, I just kind of put you guys in spots. I'll say yeah, John's there. Well, he's with you, but just hanging out. But as you go to this thing and trying to enjoy such a feast, suddenly things are let me clear the board before roll this again, because after some time a woman's scream will cut through the sounds of the celebration. As the music stops, everyone looks around for the source. A woman comes running from around one of the eastern houses, followed closely behind a hulking, dog-like humanoid with cruel yellow eyes and carrying an oversized black bow. More like him moving from opposite directions surrounding the square. You see the larger Gnoll with long fangs rides in the front road astride a giant hyena that snaps its jowls at villagers jumping out of the way. They all draw their bows in your direction as the captain itself lets out a broken howl. And as you guys can roll for initiative, let me bring out, because it's unfortunate there are commoners about this party as well. Hey, there's some good rolls. Draven, you're first. Oh, actually, hold on. I just need to do one more thing. Okay. Oh.
Steady out. Does a 25 hit?
Okay, steady aiming. And who are you shooting? Sorry.
The south no.
Okay, here? Yes. Wow. And, hey, good thing for triple advantage, because
11 damage.
alright, very hurt.
Describe the strange Gnoll.
Okay. Sure. So the one you shot at looks kind of like the other one. They look more hunter types. Let me picture. These ones are more the hunters you fought earlier, so they either know their way around, but being hunter and stuff. These gnolls look, I guess, more a little newer, like a little greener, like they're out for a fresh hunt. This one to the north definitely looks like the leader of this small pack. Looks like can be dangerous. And of course this is the giant hyena it's riding on.
Okay. In that case, Raven's owl flavored raven. Doctor.
Okay. Oh, and then I forgot to do at the start of the turn, Draven, go ahead and roll me a d4. Okay. So, let's see. One thing you'll notice. Let's see if there's any. Nope. You guys will kind of notice in the field there is a cow that they named. That even the locals they call this cow Gertrude. And well, Gertrude, and we will say for map wise, we'll say like around here. Lisa Gertrude is getting spooked, and it is entered the area and is sort of running around, It looks like Gertrude can definitely trample into some of the commoners. It'll be very bad. And Gertrude's kind of a big cow, so could be devastating to someone. To turn a commoner if Gertrude is not calmed for some way, or it is a cow dealt with. But Gertrude is kind of one of the few cows they have in town, so they might not appreciate one of their cows getting taken out. But yeah, that's what happened at the beginning of the round. But that's Draven. Turn. Right, Mario.
Right, I'm gonna move here. And then bonus action rage.
Okay.
And then I'm still not quite within reach, just 5 feet away. I'm going to chuck a javelin at this guy.
Okay.
I believe the owl gave advantage.
Yes.
23 to hit
Yes.
for 9.
That is a hit. And alright. Nine. Sounds good. Oops. Alright. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is a different one. Hold on. You have a different. Oh. Okay. Flesh Gnoller. Okay. Well, that one will take 2 shots. Well, yeah, it's a longbow. It'll take 2 shots at Draven. 18 and 23 to hit.
Both will hit Drake.
Versus 3. And 6. Yeah, turn. Gnoll here will this one will move ahead at this Gnoll, but will actually shoot a shot at Roderick. A longbow. Roderick for 16.
That would hit, and Roderick will shield.
Okay. And then it'll drop its bow and looks like it's ready to attack this commoner. Pack Lord will, using the hyena as a controlled mount, will move forward and will make some attacks. Actually, will stop 10 feet away and attack with his glaive. Twice.
Actually, he also enters. So I'm going to attack him back.
Okay. $15 is a hit.
And both of those.
And 10 damage.
Reduced to rounding.
Yep. Alright, that's the Pack Lord's turn. Okay, he has a mount. Cedarlock.
Cedarlock is gonna walk over and hit the leader.
Okay.
Or not.
Well, you know, it's very terrifying.
Oh, and I guess I don't have to be that close because Cedar Lock has reach, so I'll be there.
Sure.
Oh, and Birch
Oh,
Flower. They go on the same turn.
yeah.
Birch Flower. 5, 10, 15, 20 will oh, 15, 20 stand protectively over this commoner and has 10-foot reach.
Okay.
But I think a 9's gonna miss.
Yes.
But stands protectively over this commoner, so there's that.
Sure. Yeah, that could. Yeah. Karatos.
All right, Karatos is going to grab her glaive and seek to protect the civilians as much as she can as she leaps over the table. And will sweep down on this one up here.
That sounds good.
Actually, we'll end there. That's better.
Sure. $15's a hit.
15 is a hit. Then
Yes.
we will attempt to smote its ruin.
Okay.
So
21.
21 radiant and slashing to the enemy of the horned one.
Oh, it's still standing, but not much longer. But
End of turn.
nice. Isna.
Okay, as my action, I'm gonna use the Staff of the Woodlands to cast Animal Friendship on the cow. I'll use my Firbolg beach speech thing to talk to him and be like, calm down, girl, it's okay. So it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or it's be charmed by me. Oh, I can't talk.
I have no idea DC for a cow what stats would be, so yeah.
Well, it's not gonna get up to a 14. So the cow is charmed by me, and we are friends, and I communicate with it to calm down.
And
Then as my bonus action, I'm gonna turn into stars and shoot the leader.
Okay.
I don't think I have advantage, and it's just a 10, I guess.
Yep, that'll miss.
Oh man, 0 for 3. End of turn.
But hey, you stopped the cow from rampage. That's great. Okay, and all right, so that Gnoll will go after Karatos and try to go with the spear. Nope. The hunter just is gonna stay there and take some shots at. You know what? It's got a clear shot to Roderick, so it'll start shooting longbow at Roderick. 22, I think, is gonna hit no matter what.
That 22 is gonna hit.
10 damage. And it is your rebuttal, Roderick.
All right. Roderick's a little hurt. Which one's the one? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out. The one that just hit me was the one that's on the hyena, or was on the hyena.
No, it was this one that hit you.
This one. All right. I will can't really get multiple ones together, but I will just magic missile that one.
Okay.
First level. For 11. I will also move around 3, 4, 5 to get on the other side of the table.
Sure.
End of turn.
Sounds good. Top of the round, Draven. Actually, go ahead and Roderick, can you roll me a D3? Okay. You see one of the commoners. Say this one has jumped on the table. It's kind of top of the table and is now frozen. And you do see some of the gnolls, especially looks like they're taking aim at this commoner there. But definitely afraid. Okay. We'll start the turn. Draven.
Draven will steady aim, fire back.
Yes. Yes. And the hunter is hunting no more.
Raven sizes dive as flavored owl, Mr. Apocalypse down board. Track that.
Oops, sounds good. Mario.
For waste, because I'm going to reckless anyway. I'm going to attack the Gnoll Lord.
Sure.
Or could the owl give advantage on the next attack other than?
Sure.
I'll just 15 damage.
Okay. Yep. Definitely. That should be. That's its AC.
And then another.
Right. Oh, well, the Pack Lord is getting humbled.
And in turn.
That's good. The one that's barely hanging on will actually just reach out and bite Karatos. This.
Not without dinner drinks first.
Yep. Well, this Pack Lord is not going to go down fighting. It's just going to. Nope, it's going to just try to glaive on Mario. Crit.
I'll hit.
And not. So 14 slashing for the hit. Rolled mount. Cedar Lock.
All right, the tree will slam on the leader.
Okay. That unfortunately miss.
And Birch Flower will try and slam on the hyena in front of it.
Okay.
Awesome. End of turn.
Yeah, unfortunately it's missing, but it's alright. Karatos.
Alright. We will sweep down on the one that is almost destroyed.
Okay. Yes, and how do you gloriously finish off this?
You know what? We will treat this as a vorpal blade, separating its head from its shoulders.
All right.
Before proceeding and looking at the one that she actually is threatening with her giant sword on a stick. End of turn.
All right. Isna.
All right. I'm gonna use my archer. Well, I'm gonna guiding bolt the leader.
Okay. Yes.
19.
Yeah.
And then with advantage, I'm gonna use my archer shot on him.
Well, funny enough, before that, how does the Pack Lord go?
Oh, it gets a beam of radiant light, starlight to the face, and then I guess I will redirect the archer shot to this one in front of Birchflower
Sure. Okay.
for 9 radiant on that one.
Okay. Oh, actually, this one is very hurt. Doesn't look like it on my initial sheet, but this one's really hurt. But all right. Anything else?
Nope, I'll keep telling the cow to stay calm.
Okay. Well, like I said, the cow is actually fine. It's this villager that's sort of frozen right here. That's kind of the issue.
I forgot about that. I will deal with people later.
Yeah, of course. All right, and the Gnoll that's right there will, yep, try to bite on Karatos at this point. Advantage. The hunter will actually try to take a shot at yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of range for the Gnoll hunter. Taking 2 shots at Roderick. 16.
Another one that would hit, and Roderick will use another first level spell slot to shield.
And your rebuttal.
That one is particularly annoying. I will attempt to hit it with a Firbolg.
And no more.
All right. That will be the end of my turn.
Yes. Very nice. Top of the round. Isna, roll. Can you roll me a D2?
A D what?
A D2.
I'm gonna roll a D4 and call it even to not.
Sure, that works too.
A 1.
Okay. Oh. And let's see. Well, this poor commoner with everything going on, this commoner got pushed into the cooking fire. And, well, they're on fire. So, start this. This villager now on fire. This villager is frozen in fear and making themselves a tempting target for the gnolls. Draven, it's your turn.
Gnoll that
So technically, this one
right.
mechanically, but they are still quote unquote in peril.
Draven will finish off by steadying.
Okay. Yes.
What Draven owl Draven's raven flavored owl, Hellfire Beast, will spin grant advantage to the next attack again.
Okay, sounds good.
Turn.
Okay. Mario.
Does the hyena look like it's going to fight or flee?
Well, technically, it hasn't been attacked yet, though there were attempts. It does seem I would say it's skittish right now. So,
Right. I am going to turn and throw a javelin at them.
okay.
All right.
Yes.
Do it.
And
7 is.
well, he had advantage for the owl. So.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And that Gnoll is. And
I'll just turn and go shoot.
yeah, okay. So really quickly, so I'll just say after that, hyena won't really. It seems unsure if it feels like it's gonna run, but it's not attacking anybody yet. Cedarlock.
Cedarlock is gonna wave their branches at the hyena to try and like scare it away.
Okay.
Like,
And
you know, the tree version of shoo hyena.
yeah, okay. And what about Birchflower?
Birchflower is gonna carry this commoner over and go to the commoner who's frozen on the table and attempt to soothe them.
Okay.
So Birchflower has 2 commoners that they are taking care of.
Okay. How does Birchflower just kind of grab the commoner and kind of?
It'll just like, you know, kind of put a branch around it lovingly, like it's okay, little friend.
Okay.
It'll try and talk to the commoner in Sylvan.
Sure. Let's do a persuasion or a charisma check.
Sure, this will be great.
Yeah. Hey.
17.
That's I'm just picturing this giant tree kind of stepping over the the wooden tables, and in a comforting manner will
And then if
With-
Karatos can get that person out of the fire, I can heal them maybe before they die.
sure. And yeah, Karatos, yep, on fire.
All right. Well, Karatos is going to grab them. And attempt to put them out. Stop. We'll stop them, drop them, and roll them.
Yes. God, give me athletics as you stop, drop, and roll them. Yes. Why don't you roll? You've done it, of course. Why don't you just roll performance check? Just kind of. Okay.
It's a very matter of fact
Yes. Yeah.
performance.
Surprising. Okay. And with that,
It's not as instructive to the children as it could have been.
sure. It's well, it was very quickly because time was of the essence. So yes, you guys are able to
if they're in a system. So, and after this kind of attack, everybody kind of takes a moment to thankfully nobody actually got hurt. But everyone's a little kind of a little freaked out. But after a time, the town will actually be very thankful to you all, as the will of the people of Parnas seems to have grown stronger this day, thanks to you all. So, after a delay, the feast does start, and you are all just they call each you guys are like the defender of Parnast for doing not only bringing them food, you kept the people alive when these gnolls attacked. So, and you find out the Pack Lord had a cool little brooch on them. You know, go back to the old, the old certificates, because I still got on the module. Yeah, this tiny little inlet with golden.
Magic missile.
That was not the one that got magic missile. It was the pack one that just got a hit with the glaive and other stuff. So, but yeah, you guys find a very cool item, and Ragnar will give you the reward, which is a total of 200 gold pieces. So between that and the gnolls you fought earlier, you got 230 gold pieces total as reward. So we'll put that up, and you guys do not only get the Giants Challenge, which is in these module series. Hey, if you encounter a giant and befriend them, 46 each, and you guys will get the Defenders of Parnas Story Award. So as long as you are in Parnas, you guys will never sleep in a barn again, as everyone will open their doors to you, as you've instilled confidence in the people of Parnas. But yeah, that is the adventure. Get this off, and yeah. Hopefully in a week or two, we'll try to still at level 4, no level up, but there's 2 more sessions, and then you guys will level up to 5th level, because it'll do the 2, like, I think it's 510 and 512, and then the following will be the big, like, that mini epic. But yeah, that is the session for tonight. Upstream, thank everybody for watching.